What is stopping you is you. There's no greater force that can control our minds, that can control our existence, that can pull us away from the paths that we must be on than ourselves. There is no other resistance than the one that resides inside of you. And on a journey to let go of self-destructive behaviors, spending too much money on what is unnecessary in your life, on letting go of unnecessary relationships, of toxic relationships, of negative behaviors. The only thing, the common denominator in every single one of these is you. You're the only common denominator in every aspect of it. And you have to conquer yourself. You have to develop self-mastery. That could mean so many different things for so many different people. And I know it's confusing to hear because everyone else might give you a different variation of the answer. Everyone else might give you a different path to take. And the reality is, all is true and all is false. And that just got even more confusing, right? The reality is, what anyone else offers to us is potentially their truth, but it is their truth. And we have to experience life for ourselves. What works for someone else may not work for you. What works for you may not work for anybody else. And that's fine. That is okay. That is the journey you're all in. You are on the journey of discovering yourself. That is the essence of self-mastery. Discovering who you are. In order to do that, you gotta make 1,000 mistakes. In order to do that, you gotta fail 5,000 times. In order to do that, you have to change in different ways 10,000 times. You have to go through excessive amount of failures. We are sitting on planet Earth where we get rejected to a job, where we fail at approaching a beautiful girl, where we struggle with a college course. And these are one-time incidents in our lives. They give us a hard time and then we back away. And then we go drink 3 beers and smoke some weed and jerk off to pornography. We struggle with the concept of failing every single day. I make a video not because I'm expecting anything out of it, because I'm expecting to fail 10,000 times. I'm gonna make 10,000 videos and I'm gonna make 10,000 bad videos that nobody will ever watch. And that's cool. That's what's gonna make me great. That's what's gonna teach me a lot, because I'm committed to the journey. I'm consistent to 2 videos per week, right? I'm not letting go. I'm not allowing small negative interactions, small incidents, tiny little failures along this journey to slow me down. It's not about that. I do the job that I believe I'm meant to do. And whatever outcome it creates in that moment, it is what it is. I study it back, I learn from it, and I try my best to make the next one better, and then the next one better. Until my last breath, I keep going. And I want to encourage you to not be like me, but I want to encourage you to find a similar consistency, a similar drive, a relentless approach to conquering every single failure in any task you choose to in life. In the journey, recognize that you might be succeeding and failing at 10 different things, and number 11 might still give you a hard time, and that is just the way it goes. life is not going to get easy. You're not supposed to do two things and suddenly the third one's going to be so much easier. Sometimes it works that way, but oftentimes it does not. I don't expect life to be easy every morning I wake up. I do not expect everything to go in my favor every time I get out of bed. I don't drink my coffee in the morning thinking I'm going to have no pain, no negative interactions, no clients who haven't paid me in 2 months. I'm going to have no negativity whatsoever. I don't live in a dreamland of expectations that are unrealistic, that are false, and create this cloudy paradise in my head. But I'm also not delusional. I am also not paranoid about the life we're living. I don't walk out of my apartment thinking everyone's gonna hurt me. Everyone's gonna steal from me. I gotta watch my pocket. The world is as it is. It's neither good or bad. And if you think it's good, if you think it's bad, that is only your choice. It's only your reflection. The same way you look in the mirror. You do not live in the mirror. You look in the mirror, that's a reflection of who you are in that moment in life. Because if you look 10 years later in the mirror, you won't look the same, would you? If you look 10 years back in the mirror, you would not have looked the same. So the mirror is a reflection of where you're at today in life, and so is my attitude to the life around me. It is only a reflection of who I am. Now all I can do is control that person. All I can do is master that person. All I can do is develop that person. All I can do is invest in that person. Because everything else is just flying around. Everything else is outside of my control. Everything else is like dust and air. Comes and goes. Far beyond my control. I control this. I control the failures, the lessons that come from them, from pushing myself every single day. What goes on around on the outside, let it come. I welcome it. Let the world react as it does. When you go for a job interview, when you approach someone new, let the world react as it does. There's a game out there that you get to play, and the game is simple. You get to be at your best behavior despite what anything is going on in this world. You get to be in complete, tranquil state of peace and joy despite what anything else is going on in this world. There's no judgments to what's happening around. There's no judgments to how you might react. There's no guilt for anything that might have happened and didn't, anything that happened and shouldn't have happened. You exist through this life the same way surfers riding the wave. There's no good wave or bad wave. You get on the wave, and that's life. You let it carry you on. At some point you'll fall, you catch the next one. Same thing happens again. There's no comparison between the waves. That'd be silly. It's only the moment you live. It's only that experience in itself. There's no good, there's no bad. There's no right, there's no wrong. All is good and all is bad. All is right and all is wrong. Accept it. Push through day after day. Consistency, commitment, and compassion for everyone else. Thank you.